Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'll be discussing with you the steps of the Krebs cycle. So the Krebs cycle, also known as the citric acid cycle, is the final common pathway for the oxidation of fuel molecules such as amino acids, fatty acids, and carbohydrates. Named after its discoverer, Hans Krebs, it is also known as the TCA cycle, short for tricarboxylic acid cycle. So it's called the citric acid cycle because the very first thing that it generates is citrate, which is found in citric acid. So before sugars and fatty acids and some amino acids enter the Krebs cycle, they're degraded to acetyl coenzyme A. Therefore, the product of glycolysis, pyruvate, is first converted to acetyl coenzyme A before it can enter the cycle. This process takes place in the mitochondrial matrix in 8 steps. This is what a lot of people may find very confusing. But not to worry, I will walk you through each of those 8 steps very slowly so that you can get a good grasp on it. Okay, so the citric acid cycle is an amphibolic pathway, which means that it has both anabolic and catabolic processes. So the first step involves a condensation reaction, where acetyl coenzyme A combines with oxaloacetate to form citrate. Now this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme citrate synthase. And since this is a condensation reaction, water is actually involved as a substrate. And as a byproduct, what we get is coenzyme A, SH, which is basically just acetyl coenzyme A without the acetyl group. Moving on to the second step, or part 1 of the second step, which is a dehydration reaction. So the citrate formed in the first step is converted to cis aconitate, which is catalyzed by the enzyme aconitase. And it is a dehydration reaction, so instead of using water as a substrate, it is actually given out as a byproduct. So part 2b involves the conversion of cis aconitate into isocitrate, catalyzed by the enzyme aconitase. And this is actually a hydration reaction. So instead of getting water as a byproduct, we are actually using product as one of the substrates. In part 3, the isocitrate formed in part 2b is converted to alpha ketoglutarate, catalyzed by the enzyme isocitrate dehydrogenase. And this is an oxidative decarboxylation reaction, which basically just means that we will get carbon dioxide as a byproduct. In part 4, the alpha ketoglutarate is converted to succinyl coenzyme A, catalyzed by alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase complex, which is basically an enzyme complex consisting of many different enzymes. This is an oxidative decarboxylation reaction as well. So what we get is carbon dioxide as a byproduct. And this time we are going to use coenzyme ASH as one of the reactants. In step 5, the succinyl coenzyme A is converted to succinate under the enzyme succinyl coenzyme A synthase. This is a substrate level phosphorylation, which means ADP will be converted to ATP through phosphorylation, but GDP can also be converted to GTP, and that just depends on the type of enzymes involved in the succinyl coenzyme A synthase. So you can either get ATP from ADP or you can get GTP from GDP. And as a byproduct, you also get coenzyme ASH. Part 6 involves the conversion of succinate into fumarate, catalyzed by the enzyme succinate dehydrogenase. So, as you can guess from the name of the enzyme, this is a dehydrogenation reaction. So, you will get one molecule of FADH2. And I forgot to mention that you also get NADH from step 3, step 4 as well. Moving on to step 7, the fumarate that we get from step 6 is converted to malate, catalyzed by fumarase. Now this is a hydration reaction, so you're going to use water as one of the substrates. Now the final step of the Krebs cycle or the citric acid cycle involves a dehydrogenation reaction. So here the malate formed in step 7 is converted to our first substrate that combined with acetyl coenzyme A, which is oxaloacetate, catalyzed by the enzyme malate dehydrogenase. And in this reaction, we also get NADH as a byproduct. Thank you all so much for watching my video. I hope this was helpful to you all. And that will be it for today.